Okay, English Practice Club.
Learn together. See you soon.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Nice to see you again in this meeting. And first, we have to thank you to God, Almighty God, because we can attend this meeting today. And secondly, we have to deliver salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And today we have a topic. Our topic today is about, what is it? How to learn English during a pandemic. And beside me there is our speakers today. First speaker is Mrs. or Mr. Mrs. Miss Wahyuni Tamrin. He's Makassar State University post degree, University of Islamic State Alauddin, Junior High School 2 in Bulukumba, Senior High School 2 in Bulukumba, Elementary School 2220 Bentengi, Lecture of English at Bulukumba Muhammadiyah University. Anyone his student? And the second speaker is Mr. Syamsul Imam. His education is STKIP Muhammadiyah Bulukumba, Indonesian and Literature Education. That's your thesis, Man to Bulukumba, MTS Bontopan Cina, owner of Kedai Kasuara. Remember, friends? Maybe the next meeting, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, what is this?
Former head.
Oh, former. Yeah. Former. Yeah. It's former head organization of Perhimpunan Mandiri Kusta Permata in Bulukumba. That's right. Okay. To the next time is yours.
Me, the first speaker.
Yeah.
Well, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Okay, nice to meet you all again. Nice to meet you all. And okay, well, because this is the first time for us to see each other, so I think it will be better if I introduce myself first. My full name is Wahyuni Tamrin, and you can call me Uni for short. And I live at Jalan Apel. Okay, well, yes, I think that's all for my self-introductions. Well, today I'm gonna talk about how to learn English during pandemic. Okay, so I'm gonna go straight to the point. Actually, well, there are some major things that contribute to our language achievement or our language skills. First is motivation, and the second one is personality, and the third one is knowledge of the world, and the fourth one is learning strategies. So these four major things that are all contributing to our language achievement. Well, so first I'm gonna talk about motivation. So well, according to Pinterest, quoted in Agon 2004, motivation is a strength that supports and guides behavior to reach goal. So guys, based on this definition, we can assume that motivation plays an important role in learning. But in order to have motivation, we have to define our goal first. We need to define our goal, what our goal is. What do you want to be? What do we want to be? What do we want to get? So if we have defined our goal, we can have motivation. Okay. And actually, Okay, well, in the case of how motivation correlates to our language achievement, actually, I would like to report that there are a number of scientific research related to motivation has been conducted by academic researchers, and it all shows that uh, motivation uh, plays an important role, and it can be assumed that the higher motivations we have, the more often we want to learn, and of course if the more we learn, the better our skills will be. Yeah, so that's about motivation. And the second one is about personality. Yes, personality maybe sounds so simple, but it's important, it's necessary to have. According to American Psychological Associations, personality is referring to differences in characteristic pattern in thinking, feeling, and behaving. So guys, we all have a different personality. Each of us has our own personality. So we are all different from ways of thinking, feeling, and behaving or behavior. Uh, in the case of how personality correlates to our language achievement, actually I haven't found it yet. I haven't found the research study, scientific research results that shows the correlation between personality and language achievement. But I can tell you something about personality and language achievement. Okay, well, yes, I'm gonna give you example. When you see somebody, maybe he or she is smarter than you, and then you feel jealous, and then you look down yourself, that's a matter of personality. And if you stop learning just because of jealousy, wow, that's so bad. So this is a matter of personality. So you have to be able to shape your characters in order that your personality supports your language achievement, not block your way to learn and improve your language achievement. And this another example that we may see how personality correlates with our language achievement is that, for example, okay, we like to practice, but somebody give bad comments about our activities. Let's say, you lebay banget sih, pakai bahasa Inggris mo ko, pakai bahasa Indonesia mo ko. Sometimes we feel down, we look ourselves down, and we feel like, oh my God, we think bad of us, we think bad of ourselves, and finally, after all, we don't want to learn anymore. And that's a matter of personality. So to solve personality problems, indeed that we have to, okay, we need to have positive thought, and okay, so in order that we can learn more and more without bad feeling, bad thoughts, and so on, and so we can successfully learn English. And the next is about knowledge of the world. I think, yes, knowledge of the world is referring to ideas. When speaking, we need ideas to express. Without ideas, nothing can be conveyed, nothing can be expressed. So indeed that we have to be rich in knowledge, whatever it is, about politics, education, tourism, so whatever it is, about the world. So that's why when we have interaction like this, let's say we talk about politics, and if you have something in your mind about politics, of course you can communicate your ideas in English, express your ideas. So I would like to say that learning achievement is not only a matter of you master the language, but you need to be rich in knowledge, because language is just a tool of a communication tool, and the ideas is what you are going to express with the language. So you have to be rich in language. You have to be rich not only about the language, but also the knowledge of the world. And the last but not least, is about learning strategies. There are two key words, or there are two main points about learning strategies: the strategy itself, and the time durations, the durations that you spend with the strategies. First, what learning strategies is? Learning strategies is a set of activities that we do in order to improve our achievement, our language skills. And yes, in fact, there are many various there are many various learning strategies that we can do in order to improve our language achievement. And the second one is about durations. How many time that we can spend with the strategies. This is also one of the determinants that determine whether we can be a successful learners or not. In case of, okay, I'm gonna return to talk about the language strategies first. Let's say vocabulary. Okay, vocabulary is said to be the basic unit of language. So from this definition, we can assume that without vocabulary, we cannot say anything. As David Wilkins say that a little grammar, without grammar, a little can be conveyed. But without vocabulary, nothing can be conveyed. So based on these assumptions, we can conclude that vocabulary is the most important thing to master if you want to be a successful language learner. Yeah, so you have to be rich in vocabulary, and then yes, at the same time you may learn grammar. Okay, well, learning strategies. Well, so actually it all depends on us, which one is suitable for our level. Vocabulary, I just want to suggest that if you want to improve your vocabulary mastery, I suggest that you have to learn, there are two things that you have to remember in relation to vocabulary. You have to be able to remember and you have to be able to recall or to retrieve the vocabulary. Anda harus mampu mengingatnya dan mengingatnya kembali, atau ya, mengingat dan mengingatnya kembali. Sorry, I have to speak in bahasa Indonesia.
Yeah.
So the strategies to remember. So first, the strategies to remember words is that there are many things that you can do in order to improve your vocabulary mastery. To remember, let's say for example, writing. I always recommend my students, my college students, to always write, because writing is a process of high knowledge. Yeah? By writing, you can access your knowledge easily. Yes, sometimes, remember, we are not a super duper person in the world. We cannot directly remember what we listen to other people. Just listen and then you don't write anything. Oh my God, it's not gonna be effective for you to improve your knowledge, or let's say your language achievement, without writing. So every day I say to my students, if there is an important point that you hear from me, please write it down. So in case of vocabulary, yes, you may list vocabulary on the paper, but remember, you have to, when you memorize the vocabulary that you list, for example, you have to write along with the sentence. I mean, remember the words along with the sentence, and then translate the sentence. It will be meaningful for us. It will be effective to remember the word. Let's say bag. We want to remember the word bag. You don't only just write the bag, but you have to know, you have to also write the sentence where the bag is used. Misal the bag is expensive. Tas itu mahal. So it will be easy for you to remember the word bag because it is put in the sentence. It will be meaningful for us. And yes, and the next is about okay, I think vocabulary, okay, writing, grouping, classifying, it will be easy for us to remember if we are able to group the words based on the lexical categories, the meaning, and the form. Yeah, indeed, that it's not an easy task to remember words, as it's different from our native. Yeah, in English we will find some consonant cluster in one word. Let's say spring, S-P-R. This is consonant clusters, but in Indonesia we rarely find such a kind of word. Yeah, so this is so complicated. So that's why we have to find solutions which help us to easily improve our vocabulary mastery. But whatever the method is, you have to practice. Doing exercise and practice your vocabulary, because through the practice doing exercises, it can strengthen your memory. It can strengthen your memory. So the words that you have memorized before will be saved in your long-term memory. And of course, the more you practice, yes, the better your language skills will be. Yes, I think that's all for the explanation. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay. Wow, that's a great explanation how to improve our vocabulary and our maybe our personality is my personality is a shy person, so the camera is so nervous when I speaking in English in camera. Okay, the second speaker, please.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Syamsul Imam. I am entrepreneurship and a volunteer of Organization of Disability from Permata, Perhimpunan Mandiri Kusta. Yeah, this is the situation of pandemic. Everybody struggle about learning, especially in the school and the area that they are separate because the school is not working on, and that's why our student right now is difficult to give the situation of the normal of learning in their school. The pandemic also giving us the complex of to go to anywhere and learning about English. Yeah, that's why we have to look ourselves as a motivation to break to the struggle to speak English. That's why Miss Uni say that we have to motivate ourselves to speak English more fluently than before. That's why it's good to explain Mr. Uni that we have to have personality to doing that, and giving more motivation to read the vocabulary and the diction and the grammar you have to learn about. And maybe if you're not going to school, you go to the place where the able to giving you opportunity to speak English, like we are in English practice club. This is the area, the room that we able to speak and have the partnership to give us conversation about English, to giving any idea to speak English and like that. If you want to deeply more English learning, you go to Rumah Belajar Bersama to go there to speak English. That's why if you are not if the student not able to learning in the school, that's why the Rumah Belajar Bersama able to give the opportunity to learn of English.
Director is very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we agree.
Yeah, that's why that is the most important thing to able to giving us opportunity to speak English. That's it. Maybe. Thank you so
in
much.
addition, sir, okay. Moderator, can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay. So in addition to learning strategies, okay. If we want to improve our speaking, I'm gonna say this. Actually, the easiest way to improve our speaking is learning pronunciation. Speaking doesn't mean that we have to talk to the others. Speaking may mean that you move your mouth. That's speaking. For example, let's say you see something like meja. Just say table. That's speaking. You're speaking. You don't need to wait to have a partner and then you talk to the others. No. Yeah. So learning pronunciation is actually the easiest way to improve our speaking ability. And yes, the next is socializing. Socializing. Having a social interactions with others. Actually, this kind of meeting is a very good activity to improve our speaking ability, because there are two things that we can do from socializing. First, learn from others, and the second one is learn by practice. When we are doing socializing like this, we can learn many things from others. For example, yeah, says somebody becomes a speaker, and then we'll listen to the speaker, and then we'll learn many things from him, and then learn by practice. Yes, we are doing communications like this, and then we are giving questions, answering questions. Yes, that's practice, and we learn many things from the activities. So socializing like this is a very good activity for us, especially for the beginners, intermediate, to advanced, or advanced learners. And yes, if you want to improve your pronunciations, you may, yes, this is additional to learning strategies, especially for pronunciation. Yes, you may learn pronunciations by listening, reading aloud. Yes, like we are doing, what we do usually in our group, and tongue twister. Practice tongue twister. Do you know tongue twister?
Yes.
Oh yeah, so just practice tongue twister. The more you practice tongue twister, your pronunciation will be better. Okay, thank you.
Great.
Okay, well, that's a very good explanation from our speakers about how to improve our English. And maybe some of you have a suggestion or a question maybe. So thanks for you all.
English Practice Club. Learn together. Bye.